Happy Saturday, troops. We're here live, episode 1, we've landed and we are off. This is episode 1 of the Wellbeing Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Si Gowing, and it's Saturday the 6th of April 2024 and we've landed. We're here. The podcast is officially live. And number 2, it's my 48th birthday. So we hit target. A little bit apprehensive. Self-doubt was kicking in. We'll talk more about that going forward. Self-doubt holding us back. So can't believe it really. I'm a podcaster, whatever a podcaster is. So it is Saturday, 6th of April, and we're just out, and I was on the fence to do this this morning. It's quite late for me. It's 6:30, and the reason why I've hit the snooze button, I'm only human, not a robot, is because I was up at 4:30, straight on it. I set the intention. I had a goal to get the deep work done. So I got up at 4:30 and I was constantly on it. Really intense. I had a couple of breaks in between, a couple of walks, and it was a 20-hour day. And before you know it, a little bit too much caffeine took me over to wind is strong here today. It took me over to about midnight last night, and I had to get launched the podcast in the school community because they've got quite a few people that's in the school, which is not on social media, and that's a good thing about the school platform. More about that soon. But So I had to get that out there, and I've asked them for their feedback. So if you're in the school community, and I'll also ask it today on social media as well, all at Si Gowing, and value your feedback. And questions I'm trying to get answered at the moment is: do I do it daily? Am I journaling, vlogging, video logging? Like this, or am I doing it weekly, once a week, which is less pressure, less work, or do I do it daily, which I don't think I've got it in me to do daily. Anything's possible, I get it, with the job change coming up. Got one more week left at home to get organised prior to a 2-week course in my new job, going back to my old job. More on that another time. It's about exciting times. Or do I do a little bit of both? Do I do daily, a few golden nuggets, a topic of the week with my blog themed in? Like now, I've just mentioned intention. Yesterday, my intention was to do a full day's in creative mode, which I got lots done. I still didn't do everything because I'm still learning the technology, still learning how to create reels, create sort of Canva templates for the artwork, do videos, video blogs, upload it to Spotify, and also upload it to YouTube. So I'm just playing around with all that. It's not going to be perfect, so bear with me, I will get slicker. So it's a lot of mental and physical work, but it's sort of exciting. So I'm just going to try and keep it nice and easy, short, straight to the point, hence Wellbeing Made Easy. So my point is intentionality for productivity yesterday, which has obviously knocked it on over today, but it was worth it. I was just under a little bit of a timeline to get this out, the podcast, and some other few bits which I'm working on, which is all going to come soon. Got a free health assessment tool to get a start state where you are. So that's going to be a scorecard, so it's really good. So you're going to be able to get a base level quick short survey, 20-30 questions, 2 or 3 minutes, yes, no, and it'll give you a visual in your inbox within a few minutes of where you are on your stress, i.e. in brackets relax, I'm calling it in this order: relax well, then we can sleep well, then we can get up and we can eat well, we can move well, and then we must tick the box of connecting well. And Vivek Murphy talks about this in his book Togetherness, especially since the pandemic's come around. We think we are more connected than ever, and arguably we are online of a click of a button with the web, but we are more disconnected than ever, hence the depression, suicidal, mental health, and we'll talk all about this. So Vivek Murphy in his book Togetherness is the Surgeon General of the United States of America, who basically sits outside the president and everybody else, and he's a neutral advisor, and he sort of prioritizes the health, and makes things happen. Really, he's got 2 or 3 things he does, so he's not part of a government as such, but we'll talk more about that. So that's, I really recommend checking him out. Vivek Murphy's on social, I think Instagram, and also on he's got his book Togetherness, I think it's called. So the point, going back to setting the intention, and we'll talk more about this, setting the intention the night before, doing a list, doing a brain dump, having your stuff ready to go, and then having a laser focused mindset and trying to do some deep work, which I've got to work hard at it. This is sort of being distraction free, and just really pushing the boundaries of when your mind starts wandering and wanting to not do the hard tasks. I was doing an exercise yesterday on the back of a podcast, the Mindset Mentor, Lewis Howes. You may know Lewis Howes, and I forgot this guy's name, Rob Dial, I think he was called. And long story, I think his father was a alcoholic. Obviously spent no time with his son, who was Rob, doing the podcast. He's in his 30s, I think, now. And basically his dad died when he was 15 years of age, a lot of psychological trauma, and now he's become the mindset mentor, and he's sharing mindset tips. I've only just come across him thanks to Lewis Howes. And these guys, Howes and Dial, they both had their podcasts for, I think, about 9-10 years now. And he talked about future pacing, and this may be something relevant, or you might want to try it yourself. It's sort of a reverse mindset, really, of when we start planning things, just like me getting this platform off the ground, this business, is we normally put down what it looks like, what we want to do, our goals, aspirations, a little bit of SMART principles, which we'll talk about in the platform as well. It's plotting them down. We're normally sort of positive and motivated to put stuff like that. Now, what future pacing is, he's basically looking at the opposite side of the coin, and it's basically you're planning why this business would fail. And so I punched into ChatGPT which is an AI, artificial intelligence. It's free, Chat GPT, which is really useful. I've only just started using it. And I punched in there how to sort of future pace and aim off for well-being made easy, failing. And then it gave me a load of things. You know, it could fail because, you know, we haven't got clients, retention, etc. And it gave me half a dozen things, and I've added stuff on there like what could hinder me, what could help me fail not delivering and showing up for you guys and girls, troops, daily, is technology. So if we had a power cut, if that's in the battery or it's on the Wi-Fi, we had a power cut, or I dropped my iPhone that I'm recording this on. And for those who are listening in on the Audible, on the podcast, then just a reminder, these episodes, these podcast vlogs, I'm walking and videoing and sharing it to YouTube as well. So you've got that access. So make sure whichever platform you're tuning in on, you hit the subscribe button, click the notifications, and then you'll know when the next one's live. And then it talks. Then I asked it a few more questions. I told it to put me into a chart form, actions on, and I've basically got the issue. Then I've listed some of the bullet points, and then I'm then starting to complete the other side of it. What's the solutions? You know, have a backup, full charge phone. Have a put my phone on flight mode. If I drop my phone, just think of an alternative, etc., etc. But not getting myself into a serious state of anxiety and overwhelm and stress. I've got to keep it really nice and easy, you know, and have fun along the way. So the point is there, on the GBT, was doing something different. Amy Porterfield, who I've been plugged into, part of the List Building Society, she's a big online marketer, 85 million a year. Worked with Tony Robbins, the Firewalker, as his PA 13 years ago. 2 weeks notice, her book's called. She talks about doing something different. So I've grabbed that off of her. So thanks, Amy. Do something different, and I teach this. Do something different, DSD. If you want different results, then you've got to do something different, DSD. So here's the question. When you're listening to this, if it's on Saturday the 6th or you're watching it later on, then what do you want to do differently? Because if you don't, Einstein says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. Keep getting the same results. So once you've plateaued or you're not making progress and you're not leveling up, don't forget, we are built for betterment. We are built to survive and thrive. And on that spectrum of thriving and surviving, then surviving obviously is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, as we know it as the pyramid, at the base of the pyramid: safety, security, shelter. And then, you know, thriving, and we all know how, when we feel the endorphins, the daily dose, DOSE, dopamine, D, oxytocin, O, serotonin, and endorphins. So what we want in is a daily dose of thriving. How do we thrive? So we do something different. So we've got to think about what we want. We need to have the intentionality, a little bit of focus, willpower, which is different to motivation. We'll talk more about all this stuff. This is just an opening happy birthday, and we did it, we're live, but we're going to talk all about this. Willpower is different to motivation. So I know, and we'll talk more about morning routines, and the reason why I have jumped on here in a hurry. I've only got another few minutes left because it's Saturday. I'm late because I had hit the snooze button. I had 4 hours sleep, 4.5. I like to get up at 4:30, but I got up. But I went to bed at 1. So, and I've got classes. I've got to go soon. I got 2 weight management classes I teach for the local council. 2 classes, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, in the borough of Slough near Windsor. So I teach 2 classes there, and some of you are in the class, and some of you are in the school group as well. So I'll see you soon. But so having the intention of what you want to do, having a little bit clear, just even if it's a simple brain dump, and then also the second part to it is identifying your willpower. When is your willpower? And willpower is the power of the willpower, and it's also like your smartphone battery, okay, or your electric scooter, your electric bike, or it's like the fuel in your car, your vehicle, and you've only got so much that'll get you so far. And this is biological, and you need to identify, the skill is to identify when you are at your highest focused, productive, energetic state, flow state, that you're in flow, and we'll talk more about flow, and then you're going to get most out of that period of time. So for me, I know, and there's a lot of successful people, billionaires, megastars, superstars, gold medalists, that titans, that have morning ritual routines, and we'll do a separate episode on morning routines and the power of it, which starts the night before, ready for the next day. And I've had a morning ritual routine now for 2 or 3 years. I'll talk more about that. So look at your morning routine. What is your current morning routine? Are you getting up? Are you jumping straight on your phone? Because we're in habits 95% of the time. We're running on the old hard drive, which is the back of the brain, unconscious. 95% we're doing the 9, which is good for energy. We'll talk more about habits. It's all going to be in Wellbeing Made Easy in the school. And willpower, you want to cash in and optimize whenever you're at the highest state of flow within willpower. So for me, I know, bang, before the world wakes up, you know, nobody about, and it's Saturday, it's slightly ad hoc day when people are having a little bit of lie-in, they're up a bit later. Obviously we're got Easter holidays for another week here in the UK. So I know first thing in the morning. That's why I've got a 5-year-old, so she's normally on me for breakfast about 6 o'clock in the morning. That's why I get up at 4:30. But something's got to give. You can't just listen to this and start getting up at 4:30 in the morning, okay, when you can't sustain it. Get up at 4:30 in the morning and going to bed at the same time at night. So all you've got to do, if you're going to do that, then you need to move your body clock to the left, okay, and get up early. I'm not telling you to get up at 4:30, okay. So I try and get in bed at 7:30, 9 o'clock. Now, since I've started to go into creative mode and build online over the last couple of months, last month, it is zapping energy. So calorie consumption's gone up. The brain takes 20% of our energy. So if you're eating more calories, because you're laser focused, you're burning, same as if you're studying, you're online creating, working harder, laser focused, you're at college, you're doing exams, you're on courses, you're trying to learn, be creative, productivity, you're going to take more calories, and you're going to be burning more fuel. So bear that in mind. So pulling it back onto willpower. So I know first thing in the morning. So yesterday, the night before, I thought, right, before the girls get home, they're over in Somerset visiting Nanny and Grandad, and they'll be back today after this afternoon. I've dropped me headphones. Got the sun coming up, it's starting to come up, sunrise. So I knew I had to optimise because I've got a tiny little human cutting around and jumping around me over the next week. So long story is I knew I had to laser focus. That's why I put in the hard graft yesterday. So I had the intention, willpower, and I was fueling my willpower, and I listened to Andrew Huberman, who's a neuroscientist, a couple of million followers, the Huberman Lab podcast. Huberman Lab, let's talk more about neuroscience as we go forward, but trying to keep well-being simple though, that's the skill. But the neurochemistry, the neuroplasticity in the brain, yada yada yada, talks about how he gets really super hyper focused, and he fights through once his mind starts wandering. Now most people's minds start wandering within seconds these days, and this is one of the problems with overwhelm, burnout, tiredness, stress, hyper anxiety, depression. What is depression? It's inflammation of the brain. That's all it is. It's depression. I'm not saying all it is, and that's obviously, mental illness, which we'll talk about, but we all go through ups and downs. It's life. So if you're having a tough time at the moment, then hang in there, hang in there, and I'll share more as we go forward on that. But just hang in there, start connecting with people, start getting out for a little bit of a walk, one step in front of the other, okay? Start getting some big deep breaths. Do something different and you'll start feeling better, okay? Trust me, get out in nature. The weather's starting to come a little bit, even in the rain. Set the intention the night before, get out, and we'll talk more about this. You can do it. Make sure you're in the school platform, okay? Links on my bios and my socials. So setting the intention, the willpower, it's really key. Focused on that to get a good productive day, because we're all chasing the neurons and the daily dose. Feel better, trying to get more energy, sleep better, have more fun, time with friends, family, loved ones, etc. So that was my day yesterday. We are making progress. Again, we're trying to sustain it. It's going to be peaks and troughs, ups and downs. So set the intention. That's the thing for you to do today. Okay, so what do I want to do today? And here's the key. Then don't waste too much time thinking about it. Just do it. And before you go to bed at night, then I would definitely write a quick list, brain dump, have a little bit of post-it note by the bed in case you can't sleep. Just when you wake up, write it down, because you'll forget in the morning. The sun is glorious, starting to come out now. Look, beautiful day. And then what I also do as I'm walking, not now because I'm recording, but what I've started to do, I normally sort of panic if I don't take a little notebook and pen or a post-it note out with me, as I'm just getting into this creative flow. I send myself an SMS, a DM, a WhatsApp. So yesterday I was walking back from town, and I thought of potentiality and intentionality, and I didn't want to forget it. I was trying to speed march back home so I could write it down, because you want to grab these thoughts and put them down. Jim Rohn, a big mentor of mine, talks about don't use your brain, write it down. So I remembered because I was 5-10 minutes away, and I thought I was panicking, I was going to forget the words. So I then just typed myself potentiality, intentionality into text. Sent myself a text, and then when I get in, when I'm going through my notifications, which I'll talk about in a second quickly, then I remembered, and then I just put it in my notebook, and then I just built a separate label title in the school platform under the classroom. And for those who are on the school, Wellbeing Made Easy School, again, link is on my bios. Join the school, which is still free at the moment. I've got about 30-40 members in there that have opened the school platform up for free. So if you're still listening to this and you want to get in there for free before it goes to paid, it's then going to be a paid community, because I need to funnel people. I'll still be doing the pod and the vlog, but I need to funnel people so I can talk to them at their level for what they need and where they're at. And to do that, I need a platform, and I've chosen the school platform. More on this. So I need you in there so we can have, more of an intimate relationship. Sounds deep, I know. I can put content out there. I can ask for feedback. We've got announcements, we've got wins, we've got feedback, we've got polls, we've got challenges coming up, we've got accountability, we've got all sorts of stuff, leaderboards. This is all in there, and you'll see. So get into school, you can jump out at any time, but once you do jump out, then you'll have to pay. Okay, so you'll have to rejoin and pay, so just be mindful of that. And also, if there's anyone out there struggling, they've not launched a business yet, they want their own business, they've tried over time and time again, then again, if you're in the school platform, because it's a double-edged sword, you've got a community builder, which is a community, okay, online community. People don't need to be on social media. It's a community, it's classrooms, it's an educational learning platform, really simple, user-friendly, and then it's a calendar on there as well. It's really functional and really easy. So as we start doing coaching calls, weekly live Q&As, that's all going to be in there as well. So go and have a sniff around, go and have a look, and get in there. So yeah, a lot of this stuff, I forgot what I say now, is going to be it's going to be in the school platform. All the notifications are in one place. It does a couple of things. Number one, you can search for communities. It's not as clunky or dated as Facebook. You can turn everything off, you can turn all notifications, you can set parameters in there, you can upload. It's really easy. You don't get any adverts in there, notifications in one place. It's really quick and easy. So when you get in there, go to the top left and then scroll for your how to play guitar. I want to clean my garden up. I want to get better at time management. I want to attract women. I want to attract men. I want to sort my hormones out. I want to build a digital course business. I want to do yada 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 yada, and you can create your own community. Second thing you can do out of the three, and you can create your own, which costs you $99, 99 bucks is about 70 English pounds, GB pounds a month. You get a 14-day free trial if you click the link in my bio. If you see when you get to the school platform, my school platform, put School Wellbeing Made Easy. If not, link in my bio on my social, and then you can, when you get to the school page, you can then see the go to the about, and then you'll see the link to create a school. So if you're interested in leveling up, creating your own free or paid community, there's a free 14-day trial there for you. Cancel straight after. So it could be, you're retired, okay, and you want to get a load of people together and start educating people. It could be, you're a nurse and you want to start helping people pass their nursing exams, you know, or help people get into medical, you maybe have courses you can put on there. You may be a coach, you might be a boot camp owner, you might be a consultant, and it's just a one-stop platform with quick notifications. There's an app which you just go straight onto your phone as well, so it's really easy. And then the third part to it, you can monetize, so in big ways. And Goldman Sachs has predicted that by 2027, which is a few years away, only a couple of years away, a mobile phone contract away, 2-3 years, 2027, we're in 24 now, so 3 years, they predicted it's going to be worth $500 billion, the content creator. And that's why, you know, Alex Hormozi, acquisition.com, Hormozi Nation, $100 million leads, $100 million offers is his work, and you'll check him out. Hormozi has put the biggest investment in his life into school. That's been 4.5 years in the making, with Sam Ovens, the creator. He's behind it, and then Alex Hormozi is on the front end of it, and together, what a combination. They've got the school games, which how I got into it. I'm in a paid community. It was a Facebook paid community with Evelyn Weiss, so thank you, Evelyn, for letting me in your low cost membership at £5 a month, $7 a month, which is a creative platform to help you create content. Been in that about a year, and then she jumped into and created a school platform in February to have a go at this thing called the School Games. It was the first one. It's where people rallied around all sorts of different communities. Hamza from Manchester, he won his Adonis School, which is getting young men the confidence and belief, the character, how to attract girls, be confident in yourself, get out there, look people in the eye, handshakes. He won it with something like $88,000 worth of monthly reoccurring revenue. He's created a tribe, if you like, rallied the troops, and this is what the community does. And, you know, he's sort of the Spartan, if you like, which it's not about being the Spartan. This group is this is not about Si. I want to have the spotlight on my head, yeah, and I want to be shining the spotlight on you. I want you guys and girls, you troops, to be the hero. You're going to make the decisions. You know what you've got to do. You know what you want to do. I'm just going to help you get across the bridge the best I can and try to simplify it and give you actionable bite-sized chunks so you can move forward towards from your current reality to your desired reality. And this gap across the chasm, across the river, I'm going to help you by giving you the steps in between. Now, the speed you want to go from there to there is entirely up to you. You know, you can either earn it by going through the coursework which unlocks the modules within the classroom, you know, or you can pay some more and get there quicker, and there'll be all sorts of stuff coming. So where the monetization comes onto it in point 3 as I finish. So Hamza was number 1. Evelyn, congratulations, created a quick offer, $8 bundles, just a bundle how to create something quickly online. She got second, and then she told everybody, and that's how I found about school in sort of end of February, and then now I've created a school platform. So my intentionality is because I want to try and give 95% of my stuff away for free stroke low cost, but you know, I've got to make a business. I've got to cover my overheads, and also I'm wanting to go do more of this, you know, and spend more time, and that I've got to then leave my full-time employment, which I'm prepared to do at some point in the close future. So monetization of it is there. So the point is, you can monetize, you can create a free. So I've got it's costing me $99 a month for this free community of school okay? And referrals, if people want to take out a 14-day trial, after a 14-day trial, it's all through referrals, and then they give you $40 back. So 3 people who create a school community for themselves, free or paid, then that gets affiliated, and you get affiliated. So I'm looking for people who want to level up, scale up, create their own community. I'll get them set up, I'll work with them. So let us know if it's something you're interested in. Check out the detail and see the video in the school community will be made easy on how to make money from school. So there's 3 things. So anyway, just closing now as I've got to go for breakfast, and I've got to get something to eat, and then I've got to get to work for the birthday. So that's just a little bit around the houses on that. I've just come to a halt now, and I've just realised the time, so I've got to get me shimmy on, and I've got to be in Slough, half an hour's drive away. The sun is absolutely glorious here. So I just want to say thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for all your support and all the love and all the advice and tips. Keep it coming. This is episode number 1, Will Be Made Easy podcast. So don't forget to follow and subscribe, and look forward to speaking to you on the next episode. So have a cracking weekend, everybody. Keep moving, keep smiling. I'll speak to you soon.